Hello, viewers and subscribers of the Hennepin Overland RHS channel. I am Big Steve. It's been a while since we did any video, and quite a few things have happened, so I felt I should do a little video update for us. Right off the bat, we've had a lot more member involvement than in the past, and a good place to start off with that talk is right up here. So many visitors of our fine club during our open house days, you may have been able to gaze up here to the log camp and wonder why it wasn't being used. Well, at the time, it was not wired. Of course, wiring all this stuff on a pre-existing, formerly DC era direct control, DC being we control the voltage straight in the track to run the trains. That's a very complicated feat to wire up a big layout like ours. And trying to convert that over into the 21st century is also a fairly large feat. But we have finally rendered at least half of this log camp operational. So now we can bring trains up here to the log loading area and start running log trains. So if you're visiting here on an open house day, you may see a little log train either arrive or depart up here, travel down that spectacular trestle, award-winning trestle, Clothespin Canyon trestle, down that trestle kind of inside this upper track here, on down over to the sawmill. And in conjunction with that, we started what we would call a prototype operations. So that means rather than just running in circles, some people like to do that, I do not. Rather than just run loops on the layout for show, several of us band together on predetermined nights, and we actually operate this layout like it's a working railroad. So like these cars here, there would be a guy in charge of moving those cars to wherever they are demanded, and that is all dictated through a system we call JMRI for the layman. If you're new or unfamiliar with model railroading, JMRI is like a kind of a user back-end interface, allows us to not only in some uses it lets us program our locomotives, get them ready to run, but it can also be used to track our locomotives, information, ownership, and our cars. And to that end, we can use JMRI to dispatch traffic, pretty much. So, for example, JMRI would pick this boxcar and say, all right, he's got lumber in him, he needs to go somewhere in Woebegone, for example. That would be reliant on an operator or operators to bring a locomotive up here, grab those cars, and take them to where JMRI says to take them. That would be JMRI switch list. For viewers unfamiliar with model railroads, an alternative to that would be car cards. If you ever hear someone talk about car cards, it's a similar thing. functionally, we haven't changed much. We're about the same. We have been getting, we're lucky to have a couple of electrical guys who love to just tinker with electrical stuff. We have one, Bob. If he's watching, he's probably a bit nervous right now since I'm mentioning him. Bob has been, I can't demonstrate it right now because I don't have a throttle on me, but Bob has been going around to spots like this. Right, this, or over here especially, because this is actually a traffic route. So rather than be in here looking at panels and stuff like I am, I could, in theory, and in practice I do, stand out in the aisle there, queue up, dial up one of these switches on my throttle or on my phone, and throw turnouts without having to come in here and touch the contact throws. So that's pretty cool. Bob's been adding those wherever he can, pretty much, especially in the harder to reach areas. I should have you on my tripod, but I have it set up for something else, unfortunately. So yeah, that's about all that. That's about what's been happening here. I know it's been a long time since we've done any video, but I really wanted to do an update just to talk about these new things. So that said, if you'd like to come in and watch a log train come down the mountain and drop off at our sawmill up there, please check out our website. I will have it linked below in the description. We are open September through April, weekends 1 to 4 p.m. in South Minneapolis. That's the Hennepin Overland Railway Historical Society. Thank you very much for watching.